Hey, what's up YouTube? Diff4 here. Sorry about that intro, but anyway. Today I'm bringing you guys top 5 worst wonder weapons, Black Ops 3. It's simple, short, but this intro is going to be a bit longer because I'd like to thank you guys for the support on my last video, which was the Call of the Dead solo world record and how you can get it. If you didn't see it, go check it out. It's somewhere on my channel. I don't leave links in the description because that requires effort. I'm kidding, I actually can't because my hardware is useless until next week. But I do want to thank you guys for that, and if you do want to see another solo world record video, just comment in the comments of that video what map you'd like to see. So far the most liked map seems to be Grodkovy. That might be the one that's coming up. So be tuned for that, probably Monday or Tuesday, so get your comments in before then. And for this top 5 list, it's specifically at killing zombies. So if you see a wonder weapon that's good as a utility wonder weapon, it's against the zombies, and it's Black Ops 3 only, not including specialist weapons. Let's get to it. It's my opinion. You have a different opinion, leave it in the comments. Let's get into it. In the number 5 spot. At the number 5 spot, we have the 31-79 JGB215, or the Shrink Ray. This wonder weapon is, well, not as good as the original. It's a Chronicles wonder weapon, so it's part of a remastered wonder weapon from a previous game. Black Ops 1 Shangri-La, and now it's on Black Ops 3 Shangri-La. Now, what makes this one terrible? Well, the funny thing is, its original version was the best wonder weapon until Black Ops 3. And this one, they've changed one crucial thing about it. The zombies push you back now when you run into them. So it used to be you shoot it and then you run into them and there was very little resistance. The zombies would pretty much just let you run over them with, you know, you'd just throw them everywhere. And it's a pretty cool wonder weapon. But in Black Ops 3, they just push you back and you get hit way more often, and that can get you down, trust me. My highest round on this map is 41, and it's how I died all 3 times with all 3 quick revives. It's just a wonder weapon that can get you killed sometimes, and the only effective way of using it is training up slowly. I think the fastest round 100 on this map is like close to 10 hours, which is yuck. I mean, I know there was maps back in the day that took even longer, but like for a Black Ops 3 map, that's really slow. That's knocked levels of slow. Knocked! Sorry guys. But yeah, that's my only reasoning. Apart from that, it is still the highest damage wonder weapon on this list. I think. I could be incorrect there, but it's just not as good as it used to be. Down to number 4. In the number 4 spot, we have the GKZ-45 Mark III, or betterly known as the Raygun Mark III. Now, the reason this wonder weapon's so low on the list is because it isn't really bad until round 40. And after round 40, you're going to notice the significant drop on this weapon. Like, this weapon is one of the best weapons in the game until round 40. And then from round 40 onwards, it's going to take you multiple shots. See the black hole effect, that's its most powerful form. It's just going to take you more and more and more shots. And I think on round 100, it actually makes invisible zombies, which can screw your game. It can end your game. So, terrible. It's not an infinite damage wonder weapon, and a lot of Black Ops 3 wonder weapons are infinite damage, like all the bows, all the, you know, wonder weapons on Kino and Shadows of Evil, all the specialist weapons, they're all infinite damage, but this weapon, it just dies, and it's part of the reason why Grodkovy's so hard, is because it doesn't have a wonder weapon where you can sit in a corner. Because the Gauntlet of Siegfried lags you out past round 80, this weapon just makes invisible zombies past round 100, and just double pack punch is the only way to go, and that's why this map's so hard. Overall, yuck. There's not much to say about it. You know, I hate not having much to say about specific things in videos, but this is just one of those wonder weapons where it's like, you know why it's bad, and I don't need to explain it that much more. So, down to number 3, where I got some spicy arguments. It takes a strong man to admit he is wrong, and I was so wrong in the past. I used to think the Mark II was an amazing wonder weapon, one of epic proportions, one that could carry you to round 100, but now I understand being a high round player. But this gun, on round 72, takes 3 shots to the head. It's a 3-round burst gun, and you may be thinking, that is the strongest burst gun in all of Zombies. Well, you'd be correct, but at the same time, it's useless. It's just so useless. If there's bosses on the map, it's good, but we're talking about killing the zombies, and the lack of ammo in this weapon is just pathetic. Now, in my personal opinion, this thing is better than the GKZ, but the reason I put it lower is just because of the ammo, and just because GKZ is better at killing zombies, where this can be used as a secondary. That's why I prefer it. Just the Mark II cannot... Look, I nearly died there. Because, okay, arguably, that was terrible positioning on my part. But the Mark II just does not cut it in Black Ops 3, and it barely cut it back in Black Ops 2. It's just meant to be used as a secondary, and I understand that, but we still need to rate it against other weapons of its type. Cough, cough, Apothicon Servant, Thundergun, Stormbow. You know, like, it doesn't even stand... Ice Staff, it doesn't even stand a chance. And that's unfair on this weapon, since it is a, you know, recreation of one of the worst Wonder Weapons. We'll get into that. We'll get into that, but I'm sorry, Mark II, you found the short end of the bone. See you at number 2. At number 2, we have KT4. Yes, the KT4. The most... look at this. Ready? How many... Oh, is that... And it killed 12 zombies. For such an area of effect weapon, it's so useless, and it uses 3 shots from the gun to kill 12 zombies. We do some maths. This gun starts out with 36. 36 divided by 3 is 12. So you are killing 144 zombies with this Wonder Weapon. Did you know with one shot of the upgraded Apothicon Servant and Revelations, you can kill 48 zombies? This weapon is useless. Now, okay, I understand it's got its utilities around the map, but remember, we're talking about killing the zombies. And this weapon was not designed with the zombies in mind. I don't think it was, because Double Pack-a-Punch works so much better than this weapon. There is no reason to use this weapon. Why would you use the KT4? Ask yourself that. Unless you're trying to purposely handicap yourself, why would you use this weapon to watch zombies become plants? Yes, that is the only answer, and it would be the only correct answer. You really can't use it safely in a good training spot unless you've got every perk, and to get that, the Perkaholic or the plants, but, you know, Perkaholic's so much easier. Just, overall, this Wonder Weapon doesn't just have any use at all. Like, I'd rather run Deadwire, Blast Furnace, and Turned if I had 3 weapons. It's just not a good weapon. Even upgraded, it's still not that great. It can get rid of Thrashers quite quickly, but you've got the Skull for that on Zetsubou no Shima, so it's just a bad weapon. And I didn't really mind that. As much as I'm hating on the weapon, I feel like Zetsubou would have felt like another copy and paste map with another infinite damage Wonder Weapon. And don't get me wrong, this is an infinite damage Wonder Weapon, but it's just not a good one. Like, it's like the Jet Gun. The Jet Gun, infinite damage, but it's still maintained its spot in the zombies community as the most shit Wonder Weapon in existence because it's on train shit. So with that being said, this Wonder Weapon will go down as the weakest one in Black Ops 3's main, but there's a Wonder Weapon from the past, a blast from the past, that we are all forgetting about. So I'll see it at number 1, and I'll see you at number 1. Yeah, that's how I'm transitioning this. Number 1 is the Ray Gun. Of course it's the Ray Gun. The Ray Gun back in World at War was dangerous. In Black Ops 1, it was the god weapon. Black Ops 2, you were happy about getting it. Black Ops 3, it's the worst weapon in the game. Right, no, that's unfair. It's in the top 5 worst weapons in the game. Because, guess what? You can't double Pack-a-Punch it. That hinders this weapon by a million times. This weapon is useful in the most unique of situations, and you'd think, oh, it's okay on the Chronicles maps with the bosses. Well, you got the Mark II there, so no, this weapon is pretty useless there as well. On Shadows of Evil, sure, it gets rid of the Margwas before round 20, but like 1 to 20 on Shadows goes by quicker than a train. Like, haha, get it, train, Shadows of Evil. Yeah, don't worry, bad joke, I know it. I want, you know, I don't want that to be in the video, but I've redone this part about 8 times. Back onto the actual important part, the Ray Gun. The lack of ammo, you know how the Mark II had no ammo? Yeah, no, this thing breaks records because they nearly have equivalent ammo. The Ray Gun Mark III, Mark II, has 3 more shots, which means it does go through ammo quicker, but this weapon just doesn't have the damage. If you're going up to round 25 and making crawlers, and have you ever watched survival mapping? You're on round 80 and it's taking you 5 ray guns and you've pack-a-punched all of them after you've used all their original ammo just to kill 24 zombies. This weapon is so weak compared to every other Wonder Weapon. Think of your Wonder Waffs, your Thunder Guns, even the Winter's Howl to an extent. God, my tongue. It's just not good and it should never be hailed as good, and that's where we're gonna leave that. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed, leave a like. Yeah, cringe, I'm asking for likes, but do share this video around. That's what I'm gonna beg for. If you can share this video around, it would be great. Get more exposure. Exposure. It would just be great. It would help me out a lot. And you guys, like I said at the start of the video, really liked my Call of the Dead solo world record and how you can get it. So I'll be doing another one very soon, and I'll see you then, or if not before. Nice.